YouTube just changed the rules again. And if you haven't heard about these updates yet, you need to stop what you're doing now and watch this video right now. Because some of these changes are going to help you. And some of them could quietly kill your monetization without you even realizing it and realizing what really happened. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to make sure that you're not the last creator to find out. In this video, we're breaking down every significant YouTube monetization rule change that happened in January 2026. What changed, what it means for your channel specifically, and exactly what you need to do right now to protect your income and position yourself to earn more. Whether you're already monetized, still working toward that first milestone, or somewhere in between, this update affects you. Stay to the end of the video, please, because the last change is one that most creators are completely sleeping on, and it could open up a brand new revenue stream that you didn't even know you had access to. Let's get right into it. But before we dive into the first change, I want you to know one of the updates that we're going to cover today just quietly unlocked full ad revenue for an entire category of content that used to get the yellow dollar icon automatically. If you have ever been frustrated by demonetized videos, you're going to want to hear this one. Trust me. All right, let's start with update number 1. Is that YouTube lowered the entry bar? Yeah, well, there's a catch. Let's talk about it. We're going to start with the good news first. YouTube has officially lowered the barrier to entry for the YouTube Partner Program. As of 2026, you can now apply to the program with just 500 subscribers, 3 public videos, and either 3,000 watch hours in the past year or 3 million short views in the last 90 days. That's the early access tier, and it unlocks real monetization features such as super thanks, channel memberships, and YouTube shopping. And this is before you hit the classic 1,000 subscriber milestone. For brand new creators, this is genuinely exciting. You can start generating revenue from your audience much earlier in your channel's growth than ever before. But here's the catch, and this is the part that most creators miss completely. Early access does not unlock full ad revenue. To get pre-roll ads, mid-rolls, and the full monetization package, you still need 1,000 subscribers and either 4,000 valid public watch hours in 12 months or 10 million short views in 90 days. The goalposts haven't moved on that one just yet. So yes, you can get in the door faster, but the room with all the money still has the same lock on it. Update number 2, the inauthentic content crackdown is real and is serious. This is one that should have every creator paying close attention, especially if you have been leaning heavily on AI tools or repurposed content to keep your upload schedule going. YouTube has officially renamed its repetitious content policy to inauthentic content. And that name change is not cosmetic. It signals a significant shift in how YouTube is thinking about and enforcing content quality. Under the new language, AI-generated spam, lazy compilations, and mass-produced content are now being flagged and rejected at a much higher rate. YouTube's review process has also become stricter. Monetization decisions can now take up to 24 hours because of expanded human review involvement. What does this mean for you in a practical sense? Well, if your channel is built on original, authentic content like this video is, you're fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. You have nothing to worry about. But if you've been cutting corners, recycling content using AI to churn out bulk videos without adding real value, or running a compilation style channel without significant original commentary, you are now in YouTube's crosshairs. This is not a warning. Channels are already being demonetized under this same policy right now. The message from YouTube is clear. Originality and authenticity are the new currency. Not just views, not just watch time, the actual quality and genuineness of what you're creating for your audience. Okay, so coming up is this January 2026 policy change that just unlocked full monetization for videos that used to be automatically demonetized. This one is a genuine game changer. for certain types of creators. So continue to stay with me until the end of this video. Update number 3, controversial topics just got unlocked for full monetization. This is the update that flew completely under the radar for most creators, and it's a big one, trust me. In January 2026, YouTube updated its advertiser-friendly content guidelines to allow more videos about certain sensitive and controversial topics to earn full ad revenue. And I'm going to explain. This is what I mean in plain language. Previously, if your content touched on topics like self-harm, abortion, suicide, domestic abuse, or adult sexual abuse, even in a fictional, dramatized, or purely educational context, YouTube's system would automatically slap a yellow dollar icon on it, on that particular video. Restricted monetization also, and lower earnings, and that would happen even if your video was completely appropriate and tastefully handled. That policy has changed. Non-graphic, dramatized, or discussion-based content on these topics is now eligible for the full green dollar monetization. So for creators in mental health, health education, social commentary, documentary style storytelling, and advocacy spaces, this is a genuinely significant development. Videos you may have already published that were restricted could now qualify for full ad revenue. So I hope you haven't deleted all those videos just yet. Here's what you should do right now. Go into YouTube Studio and audit your existing videos that received yellow dollar icons. Check whether they fall into these newly unlocked categories. If they do, resubmit them for monetization review. You may be sitting on revenue that you didn't know you had access to. One important note though, content focused on child abuse and eating disorders remains ineligible for full monetization. That has not changed and will not change, I don't think. All right, now let's continue. I hope you're getting value from this video so far, and if you are, then you will definitely love my YouTube SEO Mastery Guide, the underground methods to dominate video search rankings. It will help you dominate video search rankings in 2026 with advanced strategies that actually work and will put your channel where the right audience will find you. Grab it from the link in the description below. You'll definitely be glad that you did. Now let's go on to update number 4, and that's the new language policy change you need to know. This one is smaller, but it's worth knowing, especially for creators whose content is a little more raw and unfiltered. YouTube updated its inappropriate language guidelines in January 2026. The use of stronger profanity, including the F word, in the first 7 seconds of a video can now be eligible for full ad revenue. Previously, any strong language in the opening seconds of a video would restrict monetization across the board. That restriction has been relaxed. Now, this doesn't mean that anything goes. Context still matters. Excessive profanity throughout a video or content that's otherwise violating guidelines is still going to be restricted. But for creators whose authentic voice includes occasional strong language, particularly in an opening hook, this is a meaningful update, and I'm sure you would agree. We have 2 more critical updates to cover, including one about Shorts monetization that affects creators on both sides of the $1,000 subscriber line. So please don't go anywhere. So we are on to update number 5 now, and that's the Shorts monetization, and it has its own rule, and they matter. If you're using YouTube Shorts as part of your strategy, or if you've been thinking about leaning into Shorts more to grow faster, pay close attention to this one. YouTube now has a completely separate monetization path for Shorts creators. You can qualify for the early access tier through Shorts alone. 500 subscribers, 3 public videos, and 3 million Shorts views in 90 days without ever uploading a long-form video. For full ad revenues through Shorts videos, the threshold is 10 million valid Shorts views in a 90-day window alongside the standard 1,000 subscriber requirement. Here's the important nuance though. Shorts views and long-form watch hours are tracked completely separately. They do not combine or cross credit. So if you're building a channel on both formats, understand that you're essentially running two separate qualification tracks simultaneously. The Shorts Fund, which used to pay creators monthly bonuses, ended in 2024. Shorts revenue now comes purely from ads, just like long form content. CPM rates on shorts are generally lower than long form videos, but the volume potential is significantly higher. The strategic play for most creators right now: use shorts to grow your subscriber count and drive viewers toward your long form content using the shorts videos, where the real ad revenue is generated and you make more money. That's exactly how I run my channels. All right, so we're on now to update number 6. I don't know why my nose is itching. What YouTube is actually looking at when it reviews your channel. That's what we're going to talk about. This is the update that ties everything together, and it's the most important thing for existing monetized creators to understand right now. Getting approved for monetization used to be primarily about hitting the numbers: subscribers, watch hours, and you're done. That is no longer the full picture, and I'm going to explain. When your channel goes through a review, whether for initial approval, reinstatement, or an appeal, YouTube is now conducting a holistic review of your entire channel. That means they're looking at the originality and the authenticity of your content. They're looking at your community guidelines history. They're checking your copyright record. They're evaluating whether your channel feels like something advertisers actually want to be associated with. That's how serious it's gotten. The implication is significant. You can hit every single numerical threshold and still get rejected or demonetized if your content history raises red flags. What this means for you going forward? First, document your channel improvements. If you have made changes to your content quality, screenshot them. Keep records. If you've ever needed to appeal a decision, showing YouTube a clear before and after narrative of improvement significantly increases your chances of success. Most reapplications that include this kind of documentation succeed within 2 to 3 weeks, just so you know. Second, you're going to build a channel that feels sustainable and trustworthy, not just one that chases views. We're not about that on this platform or on this channel. YouTube's own language around this is clear. They reward creators who feel like long-term partners, not just viral moments. Third, you're going to check your YouTube Studio Earn tab regularly. Your monetization status, your progress bar, and any flags on individual videos, they are all visible there. Make it a weekly habit, not something that you check when something goes wrong. You don't want to do that. Now, here's the bottom line on everything YouTube just changed. The platform is simultaneously opening doors and raising standards and including new features as we go along. It's easier to get in the door early through lower subscriber thresholds, but harder to stay there and harder to get approved, especially if your content is not genuinely original, authentic, and built for a real audience. The creators who thrive under these new rules are the ones who are already doing things the right way. And if you haven't been, now's the time that you should, because now you know exactly what needs to change, right? If this breakdown helped you understand where you are in your journey, hit that like button, share this video with a creative friend that who needs to hear this, and subscribe to Monetized Mind so you never get caught off guard by a YouTube update ever again. And if you're tired of having your videos buried in search results, don't forget to grab my YouTube SEO Mastery Guide, the underground methods to dominate video search rankings. The link will be in the description below, as I suggested before. You'll thank me later. Now, go scroll through your videos right now and also your entire channel to make sure that you are following these rules. See you in the next video, and thank you so much for